Chapter 1. In today's modern society, we seem to have less time despite having a better quality of life compared to the past. This is because we are constantly stressed and find it difficult to strike a balance between work and home life due to the constant communication and connectivity that technology provides. We often say yes to requests and tasks, even if we are already overwhelmed, because we fear disappointing others. This leads to an overwhelming to-do list and a feeling of confusion about where to start. The same applies to work, where job roles are no longer clearly defined, and information bombards us constantly, making it difficult to focus on one task at a time. However, there is a solution to this problem. David Allen has developed a system that helps cut out the noise and allows us to focus, concentrate, and organize our tasks in a personalized way. By doing so, we can reduce stress and gain clarity and time to make progress in our lives. This system does not simplify our lives, but it gives us meaning and direction. The use of social media has made it easier for us to communicate with anyone, anywhere, at any time. However, it has also made us feel obligated to say yes to requests, regardless of how busy we are. As a result, our to-do lists become overwhelming, and we feel confused about where to start. Lists can also make us more stressed if we do not complete any tasks on them. Similarly, at work, job roles are no longer clearly defined, and information is constantly coming in, making it difficult to focus on one task at a time. The collaborative way of working involves so many people that it is challenging to concentrate on one thing. David Allen's system helps to cut out the noise and allows us to focus on one task at a time, reducing stress and increasing productivity. David Allen's system helps us to be more productive and live a fulfilling life by cutting out the noise and allowing us to focus on our tasks in a personalized way. This reduces stress, provides clarity, and gives us meaning and direction. Chapter 2. To be productive, it is important to get into the zone, which is a state of mind that allows you to empty your mind and focus on your tasks. This is similar to the mind like water mindset used in karate, where your mind is ready to accept anything but remains calm and reacts appropriately. A calm mind allows you to process information more clearly, while a cluttered mind can keep you stuck. Getting into the zone involves clearing your mind of any open loops, which are commitments, messages, half-done jobs, or responsibilities that have not been completed. These open loops can destroy your productivity and make it difficult to think clearly. To close these loops, you need to collect information on everything you need to do and systematically work out a plan to complete them at the right time. This is your workflow, and David Allen explains how to organize it in the next section. To clear your mind and focus, you need to acknowledge your commitments, work out what needs to be done to complete them, and then plan a specific and timely slot to do it. By doing this, you avoid a backlog of tasks building up in your mind. Write everything down, and regularly collect your tasks into your workflow system. This will give you more time to spend with loved ones and on yourself, which is critical for a careful home and work-life balance that is essential for health and happiness. To be productive, you need to get into the zone by clearing your mind and focusing on your tasks. This involves closing open loops by collecting information on everything you need to do and systematically working out a plan to complete them. By doing so, you can avoid a backlog of tasks building up in your mind and have more time for yourself and your loved ones, creating a careful balance between work and home life that is essential for health and happiness. Chapter 3. To take control of your workflow, you need to first clear your mind and collect all your tasks into one place. This can be achieved by establishing a personalized workflow, which involves 5 main stages. The first stage is to collect your tasks by writing them down and working out what they mean and what needs to be done about them. The second stage is to organize your tasks one by one, which allows you to see the way forward for each task and avoid procrastination. The third stage is to regularly review your system to ensure that everything is done at the right time. The fourth stage is to perform tasks according to the schedule you have set up. Finally, the fifth stage involves categorizing your tasks in order to prioritize them and make sensible choices about how to complete them. When performing tasks, you have 3 options: do, delegate, or defer. If a task can be completed in less than 2 minutes, you should do it immediately. If a task will take longer than 2 minutes and someone else has more time or specific skills to complete it, you should delegate it. If a task cannot be completed immediately and cannot be delegated, you should defer it to a specific time in the future, rather than putting it back in your to-do list and forgetting about it. Breaking down a task into smaller points can help you make a sensible choice about how to complete it. You should consider whether the task requires specific skills, how long it will take, how much other work you have planned, and whether you have the time and energy to complete it to the best of your ability. You should also consider the urgency of the task and prioritize it accordingly. Taking control of your workflow involves establishing a personalized workflow, categorizing your tasks, and making sensible choices about how to complete them. By breaking down tasks into smaller points and considering the urgency and importance of each task, you can prioritize your workload and avoid procrastination. Chapter 4. To ensure efficiency, it is important to take the time to establish your workflow properly. This involves getting all of your tasks out of your mind, onto paper, and organized into a flow. To do this, you will need a space to work and the necessary tools. David Allen suggests dedicating 2 days to establishing your flow, which will help clear your mind and reduce stress. Before you begin, it is important to identify a working hub that you will use from this point onward. To get started, you will need to gather the necessary tools, such as trays that can hold A4-sized paper, a supply of paper for making notes, pens and pencils, sticky notes, paper clips, a stapler and spare staples, rubber bands, a labeling machine or tape if you want to create your own filing folders, a calendar, and a rubbish basket. Once you have your tools, you need to organize your filing system in a way that makes sense to you. Most people use an alphabetical system, and it is important to clean it out at least once a year to ensure that you are not holding on to things you do not need. Your filing system should never be more than 3/4 full, as this will make it easier to find items. It is also important to avoid using your filing system as a dumping ground for things you do not know what to do with. One popular time management method is the Pomodoro method, which involves breaking large chunks of time into smaller, more manageable periods. By using this method, you can increase your productivity and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Taking the time to establish your workflow properly is essential for ensuring efficiency. By gathering the necessary tools, organizing your filing system, and using time management methods such as the Pomodoro method, you can increase your productivity and reduce stress. Chapter 5. Organizing your tasks into a system is not enough if you do not regularly check and make progress. Regular check-ins can be brief, such as a few minutes each day, or more extensive, like a weekly review session, as David Allen suggests. During the review session, you should look at your calendar and list of subsequent actions to determine what needs to be done next. You should also clear your mind of any other tasks or ideas and include them in your workflow by identifying what needs to be done and incorporating them into the correct section. The aim is to review your tasks, move them to the next stage, delete what has been done, and process new tasks and ideas. Continuously doing this will help clear your mind, ensure that tasks are done on time, and effectively reduce stress. Tasks should continually move through your established workflow. If something does not move, it needs to be addressed. Urgent tasks may come your way and throw your flow out of whack. This is normal, and the key is not to panic. Anxiety can quickly set in when you are forced to focus on an urgent task and start thinking about all the things in your tray that are not being done. For this reason, regular reviews are necessary to readjust your workflow and amend timescales and actions that were not done because of the urgent task. You must focus on the urgent task, but always remain calm and readjust. Urgent tasks will always arise, so learn to embrace the challenge rather than allowing them to throw you off track. Regularly checking your system is essential for keeping it tidy and ensuring that tasks are done on time. By reviewing your tasks, moving them to the next stage, deleting what has been done, and processing new tasks and ideas, you can reduce stress and clear your mind. When urgent tasks arise, remain calm and readjust, rather than panicking and letting them throw you off track. Chapter 6. Arranging your work into a specific flow ensures that nothing is forgotten, enabling you to come up with new ideas and have spare time to spend with loved ones. You can make slow and steady progress through your projects, bringing you closer to your life goals. Keeping a pen and paper close at hand allows you to jot down ideas as they come to you. Being in the zone brings many benefits, making you feel more positive and uplifted. This happens not because you take on too much or make too many agreements with yourself and then break them, but because you negotiate timelines and complete tasks. If you find yourself saying yes too often, you can say yes less and enjoy the feeling of completion, or renegotiate the timeline. Creating a workflow does not mean your mind will ever be completely empty. However, it does mean that you are firmly in the zone, giving yourself more mental and emotional space. You will feel empowered, confident, and capable of conquering your goals. Nobody is ever wholly organized and never worries about their tasks, but being in the zone makes you feel confident that you can overcome any challenge that arises. Committing to being organized from this point onward can dramatically reduce your stress levels. In summary, arranging your work into a specific flow brings many benefits, including making progress through your projects, having spare time for loved ones, and feeling positive and uplifted. Keeping a pen and paper close at hand allows you to jot down ideas as they come to you. Being in the zone gives you more mental and emotional space, empowering you to conquer your goals and reducing your stress levels. Conclusion: organizing your workflow and reducing stress has numerous benefits, especially for your mental health. You will feel more free and have more time to do the things you never had time for before. Life is too short to be constantly stressed about your to-do list, and the key is to be systematic and organize your workflow in a better way. The biggest problem that holds most people back in terms of time management is the temptation to multitask or procrastinate, which will not get you very far. Having a positive approach towards every task means that you can organize it properly and get it done on time. However, this requires setting aside time to get your work situation on track, which is not time wasted as it will pay you back tenfold in a short amount of time. This will give you more time to spend with loved ones and make you more confident about your ability to get things done. A long to-do list can be a challenge in a good way, pushing you to work harder and learn new skills. However, when you are snowed under with a ridiculous number of items, it is hard to see the big picture. Getting things done effectively means being productive and enjoying the process at the same time. To get started, empty your mind and write a list of all the things you need to do. This will help you feel less overwhelmed, and you can then set aside 2 days in your schedule to establish your workflow. The intention is half the deal, so make a commitment to yourself to establish a flow and take control of your life. Organizing your workflow and reducing stress has numerous benefits, particularly for your mental health. Having a positive approach towards every task, setting aside time to get your work situation on track, and being productive while enjoying the process are all key elements to effective time management. By emptying your mind and writing a to-do list, and then committing to establishing a workflow, you can take control and feel more confident about your ability to get things done.